Okay, we're going to do a quick demo of how to record the Loom desktop app. So once you've downloaded the desktop app, and you're going to use Loom, click on this icon up here, and this is what should show up. So you should see yourself in the bottom left-hand corner. Your audio, again, make sure that this is coming through. One important factor, your camera on the front of your MacBook may not be 1080p, but at least then if you select 1080p, it should capture the screen in 1080p. And that's going to be really important, is to make sure that you use the desktop app so that you can select this feature and grab it in at least that resolution instead of 720. It's probably not that big of a deal, even if it did catch it in 720. So if you've gone through 3 recordings or so and you realize that you didn't make this change, I don't think you have to ditch them and redo them, but this would be the best solution. So make sure that your camera is selected. So if you have an external camera that you wanted to use, it plugged in through your computer, you could select that there. So that's your decision as well. Again, remember that anything in your background is going to be shown, so try to set that up so that you get good lighting. For those of us who wear glasses, not the best scenario because you're going to get that screen glare coming off of your screen, so I wouldn't recommend recording in a darker area, and try to record during daylight if you can get some daylight in your room as well. If you're too close to a window, though, it also will really blow out the color and just show side of your face as just really white. So keep that in mind. Get in touch with me, and we can pull in Mark or Cody and whoever we need to kind of figure out the best solution. So or Tess on how to make sure that your recording goes really well. So those are a few of the settings you need to kind of look for. So we want to capture screen and camera, full screen, so it captures everything on your desktop, and then make sure you have all of the right settings selected here. So, and then 1080p, and then you're going to hit start recording, and it gives you a 3-second walk down. So I'm going to do that in here in just a second. But before I do that, what I would recommend is that you have your PDF. Let's say you used Keynote or PowerPoint. Have them already ready to go in full screen. So for PDF, it's File, Full Screen Mode. And then if you have something in the browser that you want to switch over to, this makes it really easy to switch over to the browser without being disruptive. If you do use Keynote, I would just export it out as a PDF. Because I think if you're in Keynote, and we'll test that here in a second, there's no way to tab out of Keynote. So for example, if you have something like an external resource, let's see if it'll jump out. That way it will jump out. So that's probably a decent way to do it, but you can't tab out like I'm showing you. And tab out is Command Tab. Let's see. Oh, it does work. Okay, I lied. Let's see. Keynote. No, I'm wrong. Okay. So Keynote, you cannot hit Command Tab. If you are in, but if you do link something in your Keynote presentation, you link it correctly, you can do that. You can jump out. So that will make it more seamless for whoever's watching. Okay, less worrying about having to like go in there and edit the clips. So here is the experience from Adobe PDF. If I hit Command Tab, I can switch. If I hold down the command, so let me do that again. Command Tab one time, and I keep my thumb on the command button. And then if I hit Tab again, I can cycle through and then use my keyboard arrows to switch out to the program that I want to switch to. Now if you're in Keynote, again, make sure these links work for you so that you can just jump out to where you need to get to. right? Okay, so for instance, if I'm lecturing out of a PDF here, I can jump back, hit Command Tab, and this is what I mean for keeping it seamless. Hit Command Tab, and then I can click Loom right there. From that, I'm going to be able to hit Start Recording, switch it to 1080p, and then while the countdown is happening, I'm going to switch back over. That way, as soon as it starts recording, I'm ready to go. And I don't have to worry about any of the issues that might cutting out the beginning of the clips. So up to you. You can trim the clips if you want to, and I'll show you how to do that next. But if you don't want to trim the clip in the beginning, I would recommend figuring out a solution where you can tab out of one program and into the next as soon as you hit that record, so it's kind of seamless for you. Remember, there are some things here on the left hand side, so that's how you stop the recording. You can pause it. Wouldn't recommend pausing it because you're not going to sound cohesive if you pause it in the middle. You can just trash it if you messed up and you're like, I got to do that again. Just trash it right here instead of having to let it process into the browser and then delete it from there. So that might save you a minute. And then remember that you do have these tools here as well. So if you want to draw and talk about a concept, this might be really beneficial to utilize. You can adjust the width of the marker here, colors, and then hit done. I'm going to stop this recording and show you this process next. So now, once my account's set up and I've recorded for the first time, it's going to automatically take you over to Loom. From there, you can edit the file name. So, lecture 1.3, web 101. Just be consistent with how you name them all the way through your course. And that way it's easy for us to kind of sort through things. Couple of the tools. So let's say I want to trim out the beginning. Okay, I'm going to hit the trim button and then hit start trimming. You can do this more than once, but you have to wait on it to publish your first trim. So if you need to trim the front and the end, you're going to have to wait till the first trim is done processing and then go back and trim it again. So if I knew and I wanted to play, and I don't have to worry, I'm really loud. I wanted to listen to where I started in. Okay, I knew I wanted to cut out that part. So I'm cutting out from the left to the right, anything in between these two areas. So 0 to 6 seconds is going to be removed off the beginning of my file. And these you can really move in very small increments to kind of see where you're going to start from. And then hit remove, and then hit publish changes right there, and this will actually start the trim process. And this takes 4 or 5 minutes at least, depending on how big your video is. So keep that in mind. When you're done and you're ready to download these videos, all you have to do is hit the download button. From that, they're going to download to your desktop downloads folder, and you'll just need to organize those into Google Drive for us. And then we will organize them online on YouTube or whatever platform we decide to go with. So that pretty much covers it. Anything else in here you don't need to really worry about. If you have specific questions, I'm happy to walk you through it again in person. If you're having any issues, please let us know. But that should be all of the main steps in order to record in Loom. So good luck. Please pull us in and let us know if you need any help.